see it work that way.
Mr. Speaker.
The Honourable Village.
Mr. Chairman, I'm interested that the member was referring to the business transformation project in IRD and various tax issues, because the large-scale transformation that is underway in IRD is going to significantly improve the ability of that organisation and therefore governments to deal with some of the issues he raised, though not all of them. We will see IRD's technology platform completely rebuilt from the ground up, integrated much more effectively with the private sector systems that are around, particularly those that service businesses, and incorporating a great deal more flexibility for policy and policy change. And Mr. Speaker, there's, as the member indicated, there's some significant outstanding amount of overpaid tax. One of the features of the system is that it will move tax more towards real time. That is, people being able to understand their tax liability in real time, and the business sector being able to pay when it has the cash to do so. So understanding its tax obligations on a day-to-day basis, almost certainly month to month, and being able to pay the tax when it has the ability to do so. And Mr. Speaker, since these are the collection of votes around finance and government administration, that is just one of the transformation projects that is rewiring government as funded by all of these different votes. And even the Cabinet has now got CabNet, which is electronic. You don't need Cabinet papers, actually. But other large agencies are going through somewhat similar but not quite as comprehensive a process as IRD. And all of the ACC, MSD, education, and the whole concept of the data-driven tools around social investment are certainly going to have a significant impact on government over the next couple of years, in fact, already are. But a feature of all of them, the whole lot of them, is that they are focused on better results and better services for New Zealanders. The government brings to the decisions related to these votes a very strong customer focus. So, for instance, one of the primary benefits we're aiming for from the IRD revamp is that all those low and middle income New Zealand families who find themselves caught in a web of complexity of all the income support systems, by which I mean the fact that they're repaying a student loan, qualify for working for families, are on and off benefit, may be involved with child support, getting early childhood care subsidies, early childhood education subsidies. Those families find it pretty difficult actually to understand the impact of any given decision, the decision to take another shift at work, the decision for the mother of a child to return to work. So, because the tax system, in some instances, can't tell them for 18 months what the end result of that decision is, which has the basic effect that a lot of them don't take up the entitlements they could in case they end up incurring debt, and getting a $500 debt 12 months down the track that you didn't anticipate can have quite a big impact on that household. And Mr. Speaker, we could say the same about a number of these, quite a lot of the investment that government is bringing to bear. And I just want to note here, as we're dealing with vote state services, the work of the previous State Services Commissioner, Ian Rennie, who finished last week, who did an excellent job of guiding the public service through what has been the most successful fiscal consolidation in the developed world. Not just because the government's got back to surplus on the efforts of the public service, but because it's sustainable. That is, we're able to continue to provide a higher level of service, better customer satisfaction, and better results for New Zealanders, and I want to acknowledge Ian Rennie's contribution.
I call